Welcome, enjoy the channel's music. For those of you who enjoy just instrumental music and also with the singers. Leave your like, subscribe, and thank you for following us.
The sunlight touched the table, waking up my heart. The smell of fresh coffee rising as my prayers start. I stepped outside and heard the morning breeze say, "My child, God will guide you as the dawn lights your way."
A warm cup in my hands soothe my soul again. The grace of the Lord always feels like a gentle wind. We sing together as the golden light appears. The sky reminds us God is ruling every year.
Morning coffee with God, His light on my road. The sun He made for us, lifting every load. Walking with Jesus, He leads every step I take. Elias and Sarah sing for His glory's sake.
Every sip reminds me of the shepherd's care. Every blessing shows God's presence everywhere.
Inside the cafe or under the open sky, with God beside us, life keeps rising high. And when the sunset paints the world in red, I remember every masterpiece His hands have spread. Morning coffee with God, His light on my road. The sun that feeds our faith will never be slowed. With peaceful hearts we rise. Jesus makes us new again, and a brand new day begins. Amen. Morning coffee with God, His light on my road. The sun He made for us, lifting every load. Walking with Jesus, He leads every step I take. Elias and Sarah sing for His glory's sake. I opened up the door and felt the morning heat. Heaven's light was shining down, gentle and sweet. The smell of coffee rising in my grateful hands, and God's peace flowing through me like warm golden strands.
The sunlight hit my cup and made it glow so bright, almost like the Lord Himself stepped into the light. We sing together with joy and holy fire, for Jesus fills our days and lifts our hearts higher. The sun that God sent down burned away my fears, erased my
opened up the door and felt the morning heat. Heaven's light was shining down, gentle and sweet. The smell of coffee rising in my grateful hands, and God's peace flowing through me like warm golden strands.
The sunlight hit my cup and made it glow so bright, almost like the Lord Himself stepped into the light. We sing together with joy and holy fire, for Jesus fills our days and lifts our hearts higher. The sun that God sent down burned away my fears, erased my frown. Every new sunrise is a gift He designed. With coffee in my hand, His love is on my mind, praising all day long. For in His light we stay strong. When the evening sun turns everything gold,
God's love stays steady, never growing old.
even when the dark of night tries to fall, the Father's hand still guides and guards us all. And when the sunset kisses the earth below,
I feel God touching me
with a gentle glow. The sun that God sent down filled my soul and turned my life around. Elias and Sarah sing with hearts full of praise. Glory to the Maker for all of our days.
I walked into the cafe, and heaven started to speak. Sunlight through the doorway, brushing warm against my cheek. A simple little table, but God's love makes it grand. Wherever He is present, His glory fills the land.
I ordered a strong coffee, like the faith I hold inside, and felt Jesus smiling, standing gently by my side. People laughing softly, the whole room calm and bright. 'Cause where the Lord is dwelling, every heart feels light. In the Café of grace, heaven passes through this place. The Father's light fills every
is whispering softly in my ear.
My child, renew you, trust me, and draw near.
And when the sunset settles deep across the sky,
His glory paints the heavens, shining wide and high.
each shade of gold reminds me I was never alone.
Every brand new sunrise
Comes from His throne.
in the Café of grace. God's arms never leave this place.
The Maker's light shines through my days. Elias and Sarah lift their voices in praise.
And when life's hard, He still embraces
In the joyful cafe of grace. The sunlight touched my face and gently woke my soul. God filled the morning sky with hope to make me whole. Coffee on the table, peace flowing like a song, and the promise from the Lord that He's with me all along.
the golden early morning painted warmth inside my heart. Jesus breathed His hope on me like a brand new start. Out there on the porch I felt His arms around me say, my daughter, I will hold you till the night fades away. It's the light that wakes my faith. God wakes my rise and take your place. To the sound of the guitar I answer back in praise. Lord, you are good through all my days, and with a sip of morning brew I remember who carries me through. The gentle breeze reminds me I'm never alone. God's care in every sunrise is beautifully shown.
And in the sunset, the Creator paints His love, every color pointing to His glory above. And when the whole day starts settling to rest, I hear God calling me to trust Him and be blessed.
Even in the night His light still leads the way. He is the road that turns the dark to day.
It's the light that wakes my faith, His steady hand guiding all who wait.
Elias and Sarah sing with full devotion.
Jesus is life, strength, and our safe portion.
Coffee, sunrise, hope and grace all point to God's eternal embrace.
When the sunlight hit my window, I felt God wake me slow. as if he whispered softly, "Daughter, rise and let's go." I grabbed my warm coffee cup, holding comfort in my palm, and its sweet morning fragrance rose up like a song.
The breeze came gently laughing, helping me understand that every single sunrise is a gift from God's own hand. The streets still quiet early, but heaven's celebrating wide. And in the silent morning, God was standing by my side.
When the sun calls out my name, I know my God stays near. In the light that glows so strong and warm, his voice is always clear. Coffee, peace, and skies aflame.
Tell me,
With Jesus I have no fear.
at sunset, I feel him softly speak again. My daughter, rest your heart, I'll guide you through the end.
And when the night comes down, faith helps me see that even in the darkness, God still shines for me. Every color in the sky
Carries a holy vow from a God who heals, restores, and strengthens even now. From dawn to dusk, he's steady. His promise never fades. His love is the light that wins every battle he invades. When the sun calls out my name,
I know my God stays near. From morning coffee to the evening flame, his love is always here.
and Elias and Sarah sing with truth and flame.
Jesus frees us, holds us, dries every tear. When the sun calls out my name, I know my God stays near. From morning coffee to the evening flame, his love is always here. The golden morning opened up as daylight broke through, and God painted the heavens saying, "Today I'll make you new." Coffee steaming on my table filled my heart with peace. Every sip reminded me, my child, my love won't cease.
The morning felt so gentle as the breeze began to say that God prepares each detail in his beautiful way. The cafe glowing softly with heaven's gentle shine, and Jesus smiled upon us, making everything divine.
In the golden light of God, fear fades away and love grows strong. His light shining from above restores, heals, and leads us on. And with Elias and Sarah singing, all of heaven starts rejoicing.
The sunset at the end of day makes gratitude arise for everything God did that pass before my eyes.
And when the night comes quietly with its shadowed tone, I hear the Father whisper, "Daughter,
You're never alone." The orange colors in the sky hold promises He made. Each sunrise is proof of grace that never fades.
And even when the daylight seems to disappear, God's perfect light remains forever near. In the golden light of God, I find my strength, I find my peace. His perfect light from above makes every blessing never cease. Elias and Sarah singing loud, Jesus lives and forever leads. In the golden light of God, I find my strength, I find my peace. His perfect light from above makes every blessing never cease. Elias and Sarah singing loud, Jesus lives and forever leads.
The morning touched the earth like a painting from the Lord, and sunlight through my window brought strength I can't ignore. Warm coffee on the table reminded me again that God, who never fails, always calls me His friend.
The sky in shades of gold felt like it called my name, and the breeze was whispering, "Son, today won't be the same." I felt God's gentle presence even before I rose. His grace meets me each morning in ways only heaven knows.
Coffee, sun, and promises from God guide me every day wherever I trod. The light that shines above makes my soul renew. Elias and Sarah sing, "Lord, we live for You." Coffee, sun, and promises so true. My God always carries me through.
When sunset paints the sky with its final glowing line, I see God drawing love in every shade divine.
And when the night arrives, trying to dim my sight, faith arises strong inside me with God's eternal light.
Promises unfailing, light that never ends, grace that always finds me no matter where I stand. From dawn to dusk, the Father guides my heart.
His everlasting love will never depart. Coffee, sun, and promises from God, a peace the world can't ever take away. His holy light shines bright and broad, helping me rise, helping me stay. Elias and Sarah sing with harmony. Jesus lives lives and watches over me. The morning opens wide with heaven's gentle tone, and the sunlight pours its peace upon my soul alone. And we rise together to see what God will do today. In the cafe of life, His presence leads the way. Coffee and grace at dawn. The Lord pours love and makes my spirit carry on. Every sip of hope lifts me when strength is gone. The sun shines brighter when God's the one shining on. Every step I take, His voice begins to guide. Every breeze that blows feels like Him by my side. And in the noise of the streets, He whispers soft, don't fear. In the warmth of the morning, His glory draws near. Coffee and grace at dawn. In my Father's eyes I find the place I belong. The sunlight touches my soul, keeps me strong. He shares my cup of faith that's been here all along. And when the evening colors paint the sky, I remember His light never fades or runs dry. Even at sunset, His glory still appears. God is the eternal glow that wipes away all fears. Coffee and grace at dawn. He renews the world and keeps my spirit holding on. Coffee and grace at dusk, where His hands rest down, darkness has no place with us. We praise His holy name until the sun is gone. With God in the cafe of life, the morning always rises again. Amen.
The sky wakes slowly with colors soft and new.
And the smell of morning coffee warms the air we breathe through.
We sit at the table and feel God drawing near.
At sunrise He speaks and His voice becomes clear.
With God above, everything finds color, everything finds alert, everything finds love.
With coffee in hand and faith in our chest,
The Lord lights the way and shows us what's best. The breeze upon my face feels like the Father's care.
and every broken piece
tiny morning table becomes an altar to praise. For God turns the simple into miracles every day. With God above, my heart finds strength. Lifted by His love in the morning glow, I finally see the love of the Lord is what makes me free.
When the light spreads gently on the ground,
I feel God heal the hurts I never found.
and as the sunlight rises, warming all around,
I see His grace in every sound. With God above, my heart finds strength.
fear can't push or shove. With coffee and hope,
He helps me stand, reviving every dream with His mighty hand.
the sun rose
And God smiled at me. The sun rose.
and God smiled at me.
Morning rises smiling, shining on the ground, and the smell of coffee sends peace all around. Sunlight on the window, God begins to speak. In this glowing moment, every heart grows meek. It's the light that wakes my soul. It's God making my spirit whole. In the warmth of dawn we see the Lord teaching how life should be. It's the light that lifts my days. His power shines in countless ways. Wherever His glory stands, every dream falls in His hands.
Every ray that comes inside feels like His embrace, and every drop of hope reminds me of His grace. The night has passed away, but God has stayed so near, guiding every step, removing every fear.
It's the light that awakes my soul. It's His peace that makes me whole. The world changes when we see with God everything is meant to be. When the sun goes down at the end of the day,
I still feel His light leading my way.
even when colors fade from the sky we stare,
God's eternal glow is always there.
it's the light that awakes my soul. It's His love in full control. From sunrise to night's embrace, I walk forever in His grace.
And in the cafe of life, He keeps helping us rise.
Morning, morning opens wide, the light begins to sway.
And the scent of coffee wakes the soul in gentle ways.
We sit together watching sunlight grow.
Feeling God breathe courage in every place we go.
I the sun God lights in me, bringing hope, strength, and victory. Between the coffee and His grace, my whole life finds its rightful place. It's the sun God lights in us, warming every step with love and trust. From dawn until the evening glow, His love just continues to grow.
The shadows run away when His light appears,
and a tired heart finds wings beyond its fears. This little table turns to an altar of praise, for God pours out His grace in so many ways.
When the sunset paints the sky in flame,
I feel God whisper gently mine.
And even when the world grows dim again, His everlasting glow remains.
Oh, it's the sun God lights in me, shining deep for eternity. With coffee, faith, and joy to share, I walk knowing He's always there. Oh, it's the sun God lights in us, the greatest gift He's given to us. From sunrise to the night's embrace, we shine forever in His grace. And when the darkness falls,
His light still fills us all.
when the morning rises quiet, I can hear my heart beat slow. And in the scent of brew and coffee, God begins to show. Sunlight on the window softly starts to glow, and God whispers gently, I'm here to help you grow. Warm, tender, warm, tender. But in the silence that God lights up, my soul finds peace, He fills my cup. In every sip and dawn I see heaven gently speaking to me. In the silence where His light stays, my fear dissolves, my heart obeys. For the Lord brings calm so endlessly, and makes new life rise up in me. Every ray that breaks inside feels like a holy embrace, and in the singing of the sparrows I hear traces of His grace. When my tired heart is heavy, He comes with tender care, and the little that I have becomes a path when He is there. Growing emotions that God lights up, hope returns and lifts me up, and the sunrise whispers quietly, I'm guiding you, just trust in me. When the sunset paints the sky one more time,
I know God's grace is in every line.
and even when darkness tries to stay, His gentle glow still leads my way. In the silence that God lights up, He heals my soul and lifts me up. The turns today to shine my way. In the quiet roads of life, God forever shines His light.
Morning light arrives so softly on the ground, and the smell of brewing coffee sends grace all around. The sun draws its colors on the early sky, and God whispers through the breeze as He passes by. When God wakes the day, my soul finds joy along the way. But when the touch of His light I see, He'll never stop watching over me. When God paints the sky, every bird learns to fly, and all creation seems to say His love will guide us every day.
A dawn rises inside me when He calls my name, and every spark of hope burns into steady flame.
So simple yet so holy, the way His presence stays, turning ordinary moments into endless days. When God wakes the day, all my fears just fade away, and my heart learns to understand His gentle grace holds my hand. And when the sunset colors fall so slow,
I feel God sitting with me as shadows grow,
holding my hand,
loving me.
I'm here with you. Darkness turns calm by all He can do. When God wakes the day, my soul rises in His perfect way. In His everlasting light I see everything I'll ever need is in Him for me. And the day stands tall again,
Morning rises on the highway, golden light begins to shine. With my warm cup on the table, I feel God's presence close to mine.
The gentle breeze of early dawn brings back the comfort of His grace, and every step I take in life, He walks beside me in this place.
The coffee shop unlocks its door, sweet scents rising with the day. I see the sunlight hitting strong, like it's got something bright to say.
And every time I'm close to falling, He holds me tight and pulls me near. For the God who lights the whole wide world also lights my every fear.
And when the light falls over us, I know He's standing here,
Between the sunrise and the coffee, he whispers hope into my ear.
This light that awakens the soul, it is the Lord, it is the Lord, who calms the wind and sends out peace and pours in us his perfect love. At dawn I feel his gentle hands, the kindness of the Creator. This light that awakens the soul, it is the Lord, it is the Lord.
On the old bench by the sidewalk, I see families smile again. Simple people, hearts wide open, ready to rise and stand.
For God restores us every morning, filling life with holy fire. And the sunrise shining bright today proves his endless deep desire. And when the night tries to erase the spark he placed in me,
He lights another flame inside and sets my spirit free.
this light that awakens the soul, it is the Lord, it is the Lord, who calms the wind and sends out peace and pours in us his perfect love. At dawn I feel his gentle hands, the kindness of the Creator. This light that awakens the soul, it is the Lord, it is the Lord. This light that awakens the soul, it is the Lord, it is the Lord, who calms the wind and sends out peace and pours in us his perfect love. At dawn I feel his gentle hands, the kindness of the Creator. This light that awakens the soul, it is the Lord, it is the Lord. The sun climbs high between the hills, painting the sky with holy grace. I grab my coffee at the cafe, feel God's presence fill the place. The rising steam moves softly upward, like a prayer that finds its way. And in the quiet of the morning, I know I'll never lose my way.
The golden sunlight hits the table, filling me with gentle peace. And every sip I take reminds me his love never finds an end. People walking in with laughter, hearts wide open to receive. For where God spreads his holy light, joy is ready to believe.
And when the light embraces us, everything begins to shine.
Between the sunrise and the coffee, God is guiding you and I.
It's the sun that warms the heart, it's the Lord shining bright, and bringing strength for every step, lifting up our souls to life. At the dawn I find my peace, feel the touch of his great hand. It's the sun that warms the heart, it's the Lord shining bright.
I see the city slowly waking, footsteps steady on the street. And every face I see this morning carries faith in every beat. For even when the night feels heavy and our hope begins to break, the God who lights the whole creation helps the soul to shine again.
When the day grows tired of me and the darkness tries to call,
Your love rises like a fire, teaching me to stand up tall.
It's the sun that warms the heart. It's the Lord shining bright, bringing strength for every step, lifting up our souls to life. At the dawn I find my peace, feel the touch of His great hand. It's the sun that warms the heart. It's the Lord shining bright. It's the sun that warms the heart. It's the Lord shining bright, bringing strength for every step, lifting up our souls to life. At the dawn I find my peace, feel the touch of His great hand. It's the sun that warms the heart. It's the Lord shining bright.
Morning rises bright and gentle, God paints colors in the sky. The smell of coffee fills the air, lifting my spirit to fly. I sit outside along the sidewalk as sunlight slowly warms my face, and every ray that touches me feels like God's tender embrace.
The town wakes up beside me, footsteps dancing on the street, and I give thanks for every sunrise that brings God's love so sweet. The soft wind blowing through this dawn reminds me of His gentle care, and in the warmth of early light I feel His presence everywhere.
And when the sunlight starts to bloom, everything begins to rise. For where God lays His gentle hands, new life begins to energize. Coffee, sun, and grace, is God watching over me, lifting me from every fear, setting my restless spirit free. At sunrise I discover I've never walked alone, you see. Coffee, sun, and grace, it's God watching over me.
The waiter waves while gently smiling, simple people gather round, and as the day keeps moving forward, God paints beauty all around.
Even when the night grows heavy and hope starts slipping from my sight, He lights a brand new flame within me and guides me back to life. And when the journey wears me out and the road feels far too long, I remember God restores me and His peace makes me strong. Coffee, sun, and grace, it's God watching over me, lifting me from every fear, setting my restless spirit free. At sunrise I discover I've never walked alone, you see. Coffee, sun, and grace, it's God watching over me. Coffee, sun, and grace, it's God watching over me, lifting me from every fear, setting my restless spirit free. At sunrise I discover I've never walked alone, you see. Coffee, sun, and grace, it's God watching over me.
The sunrise climbs so softly, painting the morning full of grace. I take my warm cup of coffee and feel God's presence in this place. The gentle breeze against my face brings peace where doubts once used to be. And every morning that begins carries His love surrounding me.
The streets begin to move around. The world awakes to joyful sound. I see the children running freely, hope blooming all around. And in this moment, bright and warm, I feel God standing near. For every dawn that lights the earth is His way to appear.
And when the sunlight hits the ground, my heart is filled with love. Between the coffee and the sunrise, I hear the voice of God above. At dawn, God smiles and lights the path I walk. He brings calm into my chest and strength within my thoughts. In the sunlight on my spirit, I feel heaven draw me near. At dawn, God smiles
and everything appears.
Inside the little coffee shop, I see people sharing grace. Eyes filled with brand new hope, hearts lifting in this place. Even when the world gets heavy and the pain begins to rise, God pours out brand new mercy and helps us stand and rise. And when the evening settles, bringing the golden sunset sky, I remember God walks with me every moment passing by. In the sunlight on my spirit, I feel heaven draw me near. At dawn, God smiles and everything appears. At dawn, God smiles and lights the path I walk. He brings calm into my chest and strength within my thoughts. In the sunlight on my spirit, I feel heaven draw me near.
At dawn, God smiles and everything appears.
The dawn arrives, the sky awakens, God fills the air with golden light. I take my cup and close my eyes, He guides my heart through every fight. The rising steam begins to dance like prayers lifting to the sky. And every sip reminds my soul God never leaves me behind.
The coffee shop begins to glow. People enter with a smile, and sunlight shining through the window warms my heart for a while. I thank the Lord for one more morning, for every blessing that He gave. For even before my first warm sip, His grace was there to save.
And when the sunlight hits the ground, I feel His presence close to me. Inside the gentle smell of coffee lives His endless melody. God in the In the sunrise filled with peace, in the light that warms my spirit and makes all fear decrease, from all the chains that hold us, from all the nights without release. God in the first sip, and the love that never ceased.
I see families talking softly, children running down the street, and I remember God walks with me through every victory and defeat. Even when the day feels heavy and my heart starts growing tired, He lights another spark inside and lifts my spirit higher.
And when the evening colors fade and sunset paints the sky in gold, I know that God was with me from my first breath in the cold. God in the first sip, in the sunrise filled with peace, in the light that warms my spirit and makes all fear decrease, from all the chains that hold us, from all the nights without release. God in the first sip, and the love that never ceases. God in the first sip, and the love that never ceases.